Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to speak to you, at least over this video. I would have much preferred to be with you today at the AGM in Paraguay, but this is at least better than nothing. So I wanted to, in the first instance, tell you a little bit about the celebrations this year, the 50th anniversary celebrations, in which your section has played a key part. But we've had some incredible birthday gifts from the world to Amnesty. I think the decades of work that we did in the Middle East and North Africa has paid off in some ways, with people against all odds standing up for their rights in very difficult places like Egypt, Libya, and now the battle is still going on in Syria for people's rights, for people's freedom of expression. And I think this is a big birthday present to Amnesty, that people are standing up. We've seen some very important progress in places like Burma. As you know, Aung San Suu Kyi's release, and now a lot of important reforms happening in these places. Again, something which we can get a lot of inspiration and hope from. On the international justice front, the International Criminal Court, which Amnesty campaigned for years about, I think we now finally have some concrete results with the conviction of Charles Taylor and then Lubanga. Still staying in Africa, we've had some very impressive gains in our fight against corporate irresponsibility in places like Nigeria, but also in our fight against forced evictions in places like Kenya. So, I could take you through different parts of the world and amazing things which Amnesty has been able to do. And we have some big challenges in front of us, as we are all now focused on the Arms Trade Treaty, which is coming up in the next month or two. So, I really, the purpose of this call was this opportunity for me to speak to you on the video was also to talk a little bit about the internal changes which are happening, which are also very important. Thank you very much for your support to the blueprint, and also the questions you asked, which really made us to think more deeply on the questions you raised. But overall, I think the support was overwhelming at the ICM and beyond, and we are moving forward slowly but surely. I think in the next few months you'll be hearing much more about the progress we've made. And I think the two main elements in the change process, number one, is to find a much more integrated way of working between the different functions of the International Secretariat and across the movement. So whether it's research, campaigning, advocacy, membership, activism, how we can bring these pieces together, but equally how we can work much more closely in an integrated way between the IS and the sections. So that's one whole piece, the integration piece. And the other piece is, of course, how can we work in a way that's much closer to the rights holders, much closer to the ground. So we're hoping that at least 3 of the hubs will open this year. And again, we look to your support as we think through the implications of all of these change processes. But in Paraguay itself, I think, I talked about some of the things we can celebrate globally, but I know very well that in Paraguay as well, you're celebrating some of the very important successes. I think the work that you have done in the Chaco region with the indigenous people has been very important. The work that you're doing on gender more broadly, women's rights, but also sexual and reproductive rights, incredibly important. I was very impressed by what you've been able to do, working with other partners, really pushing the government, I think in December last year, to announce a national human rights plan, which is a very important step so we can hold the government accountable against a plan which they have put out. I understand that there's a consultation going on now on the National Human Rights Education plan. A blueprint has come out. Again, your contribution has been very central in making that happen. But apart from the government policy influencing work, I think what makes Amnesty powerful is that it's a membership-based movement, and in Paraguay you've been able to grow your membership, and I know that you've been doing some incredibly powerful work using Facebook and social media, but also engaging celebrities, popular concerts. I was so excited about hearing this, the street, the calle, which was named after Amnesty in Paraguay. I think that was a brilliant achievement. So there's amazing stuff that you guys have done, and I wanted to use this opportunity to thank each and every one of the members of the section, but not just the members, but the volunteers, the activists, and of course the staff and the governance. Fabian, Rosalia, I know I meet in various international fora, but I don't get the opportunity to meet all of you. But really just to say that, I know that you're still striving hard to significantly increase the membership of the section and grow the section and increase the impact which you're having. From our side, we stand behind you, and I wanted to just use this opportunity to, at least greet you and wish you every success. I wish I could be there myself, but at least we're able to send the video message, which is the best we can do at this point. I hope to come and see you and spend some time in Paraguay in due course. So thank you very much, and wish you every success.